Everybody, this is Moni Yadav. Today we will start the topic of plant anatomy. So in plant anatomy, the second unit is structure and development of plant body, which comes under the internal organization of plant body. So to study about the internal organization of plant body, we must be aware about the tissue system. So we'll start the course with tissue systems. So everybody is aware about what tissue is. So tissue is a group of similar or dissimilar cells which are assigned a particular function to perform. Now in plants there are three types of tissues. First is meristematic tissue, second is mature or permanent tissue, and the third one is secretory tissue. Now the first one, the meristematic tissue. Meristematic tissue are the one they retain their power of cell division, means they can divide all throughout the growth of the plant. पूरे लाइफ टाइम तक वो डिवाइड करते रहते हैं. These are called meristematic tissue. Now what about their shapes? They are round, oval or polygonal, rectangular in shape, means whatever the shape may be, they will all perform a similar function. Now the next one is they have cellulose walls and they do not have any resorptive material. They divide in anticlinal plane, means वो divide होंगे at the plane of 90 degree to the surface. These are of two types, primary meristem and the secondary meristem. Now primary meristem, these originate directly from the embryonic stage of the plant. The examples of primary meristem are palm and banana. Means उनकी जो stem होगी वो कभी भी woody growth में नहीं हो पाएगी, because in them secondary meristem is not present, only primary meristem is present. And it is also called primary thickening meristem, which leads to a little hard structure of banana plant. Now on the basis of position, primary meristems are of three types: apical meristem, intercalary meristem, and the lateral meristem. In this picture we can see the apical meristem. So the meristem which is present at the apex of the plant, mean plant के top पे जो present होगा, it will be known as apical meristem. Intercalary meristem, it is present at the base of the node, and the lateral meristem, it is present on the sides of the plant, and it works only during the condition of emergency. Means when a wound occurs to the plant, then the lateral meristem it functions. Now we will see some differences between the apical meristem and the intercalary and lateral meristem. So now the apical meristem, it is the area which helps in actively dividing the cells. It helps in the elongation of the plant. Intercalary meristem, these are located at internodes, and lateral meristem, they are located at the lateral side of stem and root. Now apical meristem are present at the tips of root and shoot, intercalary meristem at the internodes or base of leaves, and lateral meristem at the surface of stem and root. Now the apical meristem is their function is they increase the height of plant by facilitating the growth of shoot and root, and the intercalary meristem, they contribute to increase in height or along with the increase in internodes भी increase होंगे तभी तो height increase होगी. So ये function किसका होगा? intercalary meristem का. Lateral meristem, they help in increasing the thickness of the plant. Means what will be the girth of the plant? It is affected by the lateral meristem. Now the next type of tissue is secondary meristem. Now secondary meristem are those meristems which develop from the permanent tissues that already exist. Means क्या है? Primary meristem से develop होके क्या बनाएंगे? Secondary meristem. So the lateral meristem, they help in increasing the girth of the plant, while the secondary meristem, they develop at the time of emergency. Means अगर plant में कोई wound हो गया तो उसको recover करने के लिए secondary meristem will come. They form cork, which includes cork cambium, interfascicular cambium, and the root cambium. They also contribute in increasing the girth of the plant. Now its role is affected by apical and intercalary meristems. They are affected by apical and intercalary meristem, secondary meristems. Now the second type of tissue is permanent tissue. These are also known as mature tissues. they are also simple tissues because they are also a collection of similar cells. Now, three types of permanent tissues are there: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. In junior classes, we have studied a lot about them. So we will only discuss about the differences. So the parenchyma, these are their shape is round in shape, oval round in shape. Their wall is composed of cellulose or calcium pectate. In some, lignin may be present, but in very rare cases. Now, shape, it differs from plant to plant, and usually they are polyhedral. They are present in almost all organs of the plant. Means कोई भी organ ऐसा नहीं होगा कि जिसके अंदर parenchyma present ना हो. Present in almost all the organs of the plant. Now, originate करेगा कहाँ से? Apical meristem से और fruit से. Second one is collenchyma. In collenchyma, what happens? There are little thickenings are present. These triangular thickenings we can observe. These are present in the collenchyma. And the next is sclerenchyma. In this, the wall is entirely thick. You can see here in this picture कि cell है वो पूरा thick wall से cover है. This wall is made up of lignin. And the cells of which the wall is made up of, these are called stone cells, which we will study later. Now, and there are some differences between the parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. Now, in the parenchyma, the walls are the cells are unspecialized, while in collenchyma and sclerenchyma, specialized cells are present. Now, in parenchyma, the cells consist of a thin cell wall, and in collenchyma, it is also a thin cell wall, but in sclerenchyma, the cell wall is rigid and thick. The parenchyma wall is made up of cellulose. The collenchyma wall is made up of cellulose and pectin, and the sclerenchyma wall is made up of lignin. So these will be strongest, hardest. Now, intercellular space is present between the cells of parenchyma. Little intercellular space is present in the collenchyma, and in the series, in the sclerenchyma, no intercellular space is present. In parenchyma, they consist of living cells. They also consist of living cells, but sclerenchyma, they consist of dead cells. Now, what the functions of parenchyma are? Photosynthesis, storage of food, gaseous exchange, and also help in floating of aqueous plants. These are their major functions. Collenchyma के function क्या होंगे? They support the plant. They resist bending of the plant. Plant को erect खड़ा करने में help करता है collenchyma. And the third one is the function of sclerenchyma. They provide mechanical support, protection, and transportation of water and nutrients. Now, we will study about parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma in detail. So, these parenchyma, they are also of many types. First one is prosenchyma. They consist of long and taper cells. Second is stellate. Stellate ones, they consist of star-shaped cells, and these are present in the banana. Third is aerenchyma. In this, wide air spaces are present. They help in creating giving buoyancy to the plant, and they are present in water plants, aquatic plants. Called example is hydrilla. Example is hydrilla. In collenchyma, chlorophyll is in the chlorenchyma. It is chlorenchyma. It's mistyped here. Chlorenchyma. Chlorophyll is present. And palisade parenchyma, they include palisade cells. Palisade cells, you must remember, these are elongated cells. So, the palisade parenchyma, they consist of elongated palisade-like arrangements. Now, the thickenings of collenchyma, they are of many types. So, the first one is angular. Second is lamellar, and third is lacunar. Now, in this picture, in angular collenchyma, the thickenings are presented at angles. See, walls, vacuole space is minimized, and the thickenings are hard, and they are more hard, and more thickenings are present. In lamellar collenchyma, एक लाइन किसकी होगी? Simple tissue की, and in the second line the thickening will be present. This thickening is made up of what? Pectin and cellulose. And in lacunar type, these small, some thickening is present. They are not, the walls are not entirely thick, but thickening is present in small amounts. So these are called as lacunate collenchyma. Now next is sclerenchyma. So in sclerenchyma, it includes fibers, and they are present in the plants such as guava, or in the fruits when we eat something like hard substance come in our mouth. So this is this is the result of sclerenchyma. It includes sclerates and fibers. So sclerates, they are of many types. Sclerates are also known as what, stone cells, because they are hard enough. So these are also called stone cells. Now in branchiosclerate, sclerate is present in the form of branch, means, and at the inside we can see cell lumen present hai, and outside there is wall thickening is present. So this is the example of, this is the branchiosclerate, and the branchiosclerate, it is also called stone cells. नेक्स्ट इज मैक्रोस्क्लेरेट. ब्रांचियोस्क्लेरेट को क्या बोलेंगे हम, स्टोन सेल. मैक्रोस्क्लेरेट को हम क्या बोलते हैं, रोड सेल्स. वाई रोड सेल्स, बिकॉज दे हैव elongated rod like shape and they are present in the outer seed coat layers. एग्जाम्पल इज पी. पी के अंदर जो स्क्लेरेट प्रेजेंट होगा उसको हम क्या बोलते हैं, स्क्लेरेंकाइमा को मैक्रोस्क्लेरेट. नेक्स्ट इज osteosclerate. These are bone shaped, so these are called as osteosclerates. Example is leaf of Hagia, which you need not remember that much. And next, asteroscleroid, and the other is filiform scleroid. So these are the types of sclerates present in the plants. Now we have completed simple tissues. So simple tissues क्या होते थे? Simple tissues are the ones in which a single type of cells are present to perform a common function, while in complex tissues more than one type of cells are present to perform a common function. So now we will study about those complex cells. Now there are two types of complex tissues. First is xylem and the second one is phloem. So we will cover xylem first. In xylem only, we know the function of xylem. They help in transportation of water and solutes from root up to the top of the plant. Now, in the primary xylem, it develops from the procambium. And there are 4 kinds of cells are present in xylem. That is tracheids, vessels, xylem fiber and xylem parenchyma. Now, we will study one by one about these 4 types of cells. Now, in wait a minute. In the tracheids, these are present in the earlier plants, primitive plants. They are absent in angiosperms, and they are present in the primitive plant, gymnosperms. Wait a minute, please. I skipped that point. There are 4 kinds of cells are present. Tracheids are the cells which are present in the gymnosperms and angiosperms. Tracheids are absent in angiosperms and they are present in the primitive plants. Now, primitive plants types. And the vessels, they are present in the angiosperms and they are not present in the primitive plant types. Then xylem fibers, they are present in angiosperms also, and they are having extremely thick walls with very narrow lumen. Now, wood parenchyma, xylem parenchyma, it is also known as wood parenchyma. Wood parenchyma, it is of wood parenchyma, it is of 2 types, apotracheal and hypotracheal. In apotracheal, what happens that the vessels, they are not in contact with each other. They are not in contact, means vessels present होंगे तो xylem के vessels हैं, they are not in vessel cells, they are not in contact with each other. While in paratracheal, the vessels are associated with with each. Parenchyma cells are associated with the vessels. While in apotracheal type, the parenchyma, these are not associated with vessels. Apotrachea में parenchyma is not associated, and in hypotracheal the parenchyma is associated. So it is not hypo, it is paratracheal. In paratracheal the parenchyma is associated. Now next, these are of we study this. Now tracheids, they also include pits. Pits are what? They are the gaps present, means like hole like structures. In bordered pits, they are surrounded by the cells. And protoxylem and metaxylem, the earlier developed xylem is called protoxylem and the later developed xylem is metaxylem. So we will study about the difference between the protoxylem and metaxylem later on. Now the vessels are also called trachea. They are thickened. So their thickenings, they are of various types. We can see in this picture. In annular thickening, the vessels are thickened at some places. These are called annular thickening. In spiral thickening, the walls are present in the spiral form. In the scleriform is also known as alternate thickening. Reticulate like structure, like net like structure is formed, and in pitted pits are many pits are present in this pitted thickening. So these were the various types of thickenings present in the covering the cell cavity of vessels. So vessel thickenings. Now what is perforation plate? Perforation plate is the region where vessels are connected to each other. Means vessels honge, this is one vessel, this is other vessel. So they are connected to each other, and this region, where these connect, these are called as perforation plate. They are also of many types. A simple pore may be present, then the perforation plate will be called as simple perforation plate. Or a multiple perforation plate, it will include many pores, and then it is called as scleriform. Many pores will present. These are the secondary wall thickenings, but I'm talking about the perforation plate. Now next one is wood fibers. We have covered this earlier, that apotracheal, in these vessels are not in the contact with parenchyma, while in paratracheal they are in contact with the parenchyma. Now there are some differences between the protoxylem and metaxylem. So the protoxylem is the xylem which is earlier formed, and it develops from those plants which have not undergone complete growth. Means this is a kache wala raw material. Metaxylem they develop later when the protoxylem has already started developing. पहले protoxylem develop होगा, उसके बाद metaxylem develop होगा. Now प्रोटोजाइलम वो मैच्योर हो जाएंगे किससे पहले? जब तक कि पूरे सेल ने एलोंगेशन अपना कर लिया, उससे भी पहले मैच्योर हो जाते हैं. बट जब सेल पूरा मैच्योर कर लेगा, उसके बाद जिनका मैच्योरेशन कंप्लीट होगा, दीज आर मेटाजाइलम. नाउ their elements, they secrete a substance and they are subjected to compression and stretching, and they are completely destroyed. Means जब second metaxylem जब form होना start होता है, तो protoxylem they got destroyed, and the metaxylem elements, they are hard and they are not subjected to any stretching or force, and they are also greater in diameter. So the protoxylem elements, they are weaker, and the metaxylem are hard, and the metaxylem crushes protoxylem. Now tylosis are not reported in protoxylem vessels. So these are the vessels. So some bulging structures, these are called as tylosis, which we will study later in plant anatomy. So these are not reported in protoxylem, but these are reported in metaxylem. Why? Because metaxylem are more developed. Fibers are absent in protoxylem, while in metaxylem fibers may be present. In protoxylem, they are less compact and not very much pronounced, while the metaxylem, they are rigid and compact. Now we will study about some differences between the tracheids and vessels, xylem tracheids and xylem vessels. Xylem tracheids, they are shorter, while the vessels, they are longer. Vessels contribute to the growth of plant, for example, quercus, eucalyptus, etc. Now, in tracheids, tracheid is a single cell which is elongated and has tapering end walls. Tracheid is a single cell. While vessel, these are a row of cells. Many cells are contributed to form a vessel. Vessels are also called trachea. Vessels are syncytids or tubes. Syncytid means कि सेल के अंदर वी हैव स्टडी सिंसीटियम मीन्स सेल के अंदर न्यूक्लियर डिवीजन तो हो गया बट साइटोप्लाज्मिक डिवीजन नहीं हो पाया है. सो देज आर सिनोसाइटिक सेल्स. In tracheids, they are not syncytids or tubes. They are placed one above the other, but they are separated by cross walls. And the vessels, they are separated by the perforation. Small or large pores, they are only responsible for their separation. Now, next come the second complex tissue, phloem. Phloem also similarly consists of 4 types of cell. Actually 5 types: sieve tube and sieve cell. Sieve tube and sieve cell, they are called as sieve elements. Sieve tube and sieve cells, they both are called as sieve elements. Next is phloem parenchyma, phloem fibers and companion cells. See, sieve tubes, they are present in all plants, but companion cells, they are only present in the higher plants and they are absent in pterido and gymno. Now, phloem fibers and the phloem parenchyma, these are hard structures. Now, we will study the differences between the sieve tube and sieve cells. Sieve tubes, they possess well marked and differentiated sieve area. Sieve tube में क्या होगा कि many sieve cells, they are arranged. Sieve cells are less marked, while sieve tubes, these are बहुत ज़्यादा हो गए नंबर में, so these are well marked. Now, these sieve cell areas, they do not form sieve plate, and they are scattered all along the radial walls or even the end walls. Sieve cells, they may be randomly scattered, while the sieve tubes, these are well arranged transversely or obliquely. Sieve cells are elongated cells and they have very long and tapering end walls. जबकि sieve tube क्या है? They are vertical files of cell जो कि एक दूसरे के ऊपर रखी हुई हैं and they are connected to end walls by sieve pores. Now, sieve cells, they are found only in lower plants than gymnosperm, while sieve tubes, they are found in angiosperms. Sieve cells, in sieve cell, companion cells are not present, while in sieve tube, companion cells are present. So, these were some differences between the phloem, sieve tube and sieve cells. Next are the difference between metaphlloem and protophlloem. Protophlloem, similarly to protoxylem, they are found in the young and vigorously growing portions of plant, and it is found first, while metaxylem, it is formed at the last and found in the mature portions. Now, in the sieve tube, elements are thinner and not very well developed in protophlloem, while in the metaphloem, they have wider lumina and they are well developed. Sieve areas are not distinct and the protophlloem is absent in gymnosperms, while the metaxylem, the sieve areas are well distinct. In protophlloem, the protoplasts are highly vacuolate, means vacuole होगी वो large vacuole होगी, but in metaphlloem, vacuole is small vacuole. In protophlloem, the companion cells may be present or may not be present, but in metaphloem, because they are present in the higher plants, so companion cells, they will always be present. The protophlloem elements, they are short-lived, while the metaphlloem elements, they are long-lived. The protophlloem, many dicots, they are living cells, they are present in them, and which later develop into the phloem fibers. And then they are, when they develop into phloem fibers, they are present in the periphery of phloem tissue. phloem tissue है उसके पेरीफेरी में यानी अराउंड द सर्कल एरिया में प्रेजेंट होंगे प्रोटोफ्लोएम एंड दे आर प्रेजेंट इन दी they later develop into phloem fibers. But in metaphloem, there is no such arrangement is found and the phloem parenchyma cells, they become thick walled after the metaphyloem stops walking. मीन्स क्या होगा कि ऐसा कोई स्पेशलाइजेशन नहीं है कि दे विल डेवलप इनटू फ्लोएम फाइबर्स, बट दे विल श्योरली विल डेवलप अ थिक वॉल्स ऑन मैच्योरिटी. प्रोटोफ्लोएम में क्या होगा कि they will develop into phloem fibers, but metaphyloem they will not develop into phloem fibers. Now I have completed which one tissue, simple tissues and the complex tissue. Now I want to give some information about slime bodies. What slime bodies are? I think I have written some notes. So I'll tell you just what slime bodies are. So let me write. You have studied slimy in the peptidoglycan wall, that in bacteria you have studied was slime. But I'll tell you, in the slime bodies, these are secreted by the endoplasmic reticulum, and they are proteinaceous in nature, and they are present in the sieve elements. Sieve elements, they include some slime bodies which are secreted by endoplasmic reticulum, and they are proteinaceous in nature. इनमें प्रोटीन कौन कौन सा प्रेजेंट होता है? P1 प्रोटीन एंड P2 प्रोटीन. और ये प्रेजेंट किस में होती है? कुकुरबिट्स में. सो स्लाइम बॉडीज आर प्रेजेंट इन द कुकुरबिट्स एंड द फ्लोएम फाइबर इट हैज़ डेवलप्ड वेरी वेल एंड they are secreted by endoplasmic reticulums of cucurbits, and they are highly proteinaceous in nature. Now we have studied two main types of tissues, that is mature tissue, that mature or permanent tissue, and meristematic tissue. Now we are left with the secretory tissue in the types of tissue. We will cover secretory tissue in the next video. Hope you like the video, and please feel free to reach the comment box for any queries. Thank you so much for the time.